So just get nice and comfortable, seated, or if you prefer, you can lay down as well. Roll your shoulders down your spine and rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And come back to your breath. Just always comes back to your breath. Nice deep breaths in that fill your belly and fill your chest. And long, slow, deep breaths out that empty your lungs. And so I find on retreats and immersion type things, it's very easy to get lost in your head. So today we'll start with a grounding meditation. The ideal, again I say with air quotes, kind of way to be is like feet firmly planted on the ground and head in the clouds. And so I like to think about a tree, a big massive tree, and they have so many of those here. I think one of the biggest species is Guanacaste. And so imagine yourself growing very tall like a tree. Your arms and your head represent like the branches, the leaves, and your feet will grow roots. And imagine those roots start to sprout from your toes, and start to break through the earth. It's breaking through the foundation, even of this yoga studio. Breaks through the crust of the earth. And all the roots start to travel down, breaking through sediment, clay, sand, bedrock. All the way down. Your roots making their way towards the center of the earth. And it's said that the center of the earth is very healing and very powerful. And according to the documentary I just watched, it is very powerful. It's what keeps us in orbit. It keeps us safe. And so you can go as real as you want or as etherical as you want. Visualize your roots making their way to the center of the earth, and then imagine the center of the earth as you will. So real would be like flowing hot magma, but it can also be like a cave of crystals. I enjoy a meditation that talks about this massive rose quartz in the center, and then I always love to think of it like the scene in Aquaman, where it's so beautiful and perfect. Either way, just imagine it the way that you will. And imagine your roots breaking through and starting to draw the pulsing energy from the center of the earth back up the roots. That healing, strong, powerful energy making its way back up the roots that sprang from your toes and your feet. And if you were to zoom out and look at yourself like a tree, you would see this all happening in real time. The energy making its way up your roots. Could see yourself as this big, massive tree, head in the clouds, feet planted firmly on the ground. The energy makes its way back up into your body. Your beautiful, powerful vessel. And so the center of the earth is very strong with heavy metals. It has a lot to do with orbit, with gravity. And having pulled energy from the center of the earth up into your body, I want you to feel the grounding effects of gravity. Keeping you firmly planted. Gravity gives us 95% of our muscle mass. And as you feel rooted and grounded, start to feel your physical body. Notice if you are sitting that your shoulders are below your ears, that your elbows are below your shoulders, that your hips are below your elbows. And if you are lying, notice that your front body is supported by your back body, and your back body is supported by the ground. Come back to your breath and continue to draw the energy from the center of the earth into your body. The earth provides healing, and you can accept that and direct it to wherever it needs to go, but really stay attached to grounding. If you are open to the experience of the rest of the week, you can go very, very deep. You can work through what you've come here to work through. And the grounding that you're doing right now can just really help you not get lost in your head. We need the mind, we need the analysis, and we need the body. We need the feeling. We need the emotion. Nice deep breaths in, filling up your chest, filling up your belly. Long, slow, deep breaths out. And if your mind has wandered off, just bring it back to your breath. Bring it back to the visualization of energy from the center of the earth filling you up. Back to the intention of feet firmly planted on the ground, head in the clouds. Hopefully by now your body's starting to feel filled up. Maybe even dense and a little heavy. Usually only when you're one that's quite in your head do you feel the dense heaviness, because you're not used to being pulled back into your body. So just feel that connection to the earth. Know that you are also supported, and start to pull your roots back into your body. Feel the roots making their way back up through the clay, and the dirt, the sediment, the bedrock. Back up through the crust, the foundation of this studio, whatever it is you felt when the roots were going down, just see it in reverse. Energetically, the roots are always there. You can draw this energy, this strength, this support at any time. Something I've learned a lot about in the past year is the idea of expectation versus intention. I've traveled a lot. I've set a lot of intention. I've had an insane amount of expectation. And what I quickly came to the conclusion of was that nothing really ever met my expectation. But somehow, always, the intention came through. And so I offer you that to explore yourself, to see what that means to you. Just returning to those 3 trillion cells that you have in your body. The words, the thoughts that you have are in constant communication with all of those cells. So setting an intention ripples through the body as well as having expectation. And so there's some way that you can lower your expectations and put more focus on intention. So come back to your intention for this retreat, for your day, for your practice, whatever. Just hold it in your mind for but a moment. And then come back to your breath. Come back to your body, laying or sitting here in meditation. Noting the end of meditation. And start to wiggle your fingers. and your toes. Roll out your neck. Lying or sitting, bring your hands together, center of your chest, and just bow to yourself for taking the time for you to come to meditation. Namaste.